Clement and I are going to come in and
take over.
Yeah, and just see. So, all right, so just roll with it. Just make sure that you. The experience of making Roman Bickerstaff was, for me, I guess the best way to compare it would be like giving birth, but in a non-gross way. I conceived this idea of Roman based on people that were in my life at the time while I was attending university. The RAs there were very much awful. Cameras. Did you ask about the cameras?
No, we did not.
You're probably wondering, what are all these cameras for, right?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, they're doing a documentary about some of the best RAs.
Matt told us about this crazy movie idea he had, and we just went with it like blind puppies.
2 hours to do that scene.
We need to get rolling.
Yeah, I concur.
Let's go. Let's go. You ready?
So when he approached us with it, we kind of jumped on board and went with the opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. And which part?
At the very end.
Let everybody off the hook.
Yeah, I think there's some buck passing going on here.
We kept noticing, it's like, my gosh, there's a lot of speaking roles here. And when you're reading the script, it just flows and you're not really noticing that. But when you're typing it in one by one, you really start to pick up on it. And by the end of it, we had over 70 speaking roles. And so with 4 people that were not from the town that we were shooting in, we probably knew 20 people, including us at that time.
I was in this film for one of my professors, where I was essentially playing a catatonic drunk in the back of a van. And Matt Foss, the director of the film, was working lights and whatnot on that film. And he saw me acting inebriated and just completely fell in love with my acting style, apparently. And he said, "Hey, I've got this movie that I'm making. Would you like to try it for a role?" And it's like, sure.
Okay, here, he might have a girl in here. Let's find her. Hey!
Oh, hey!
What do you got going on
Oh,
here?
well, I'm actually painting my figurines.
Dewey was definitely one of my favorite people to work with in the whole shebang of it. I mean, one of my favorite memories is when we had a table reading, before we had anything cast, really. We didn't have one of our main characters cast in Clement, and Dewey was reading him, and I don't know, he said probably 5 or 6 lines, and at that point I really wanted to jump across the table at Matt and say, how the heck did you pull Clement out of the script and put him in front of me?
This is actually something I've been making for a little while. I've been writing a story, like a series of short stories about a fantasy world where they use dragon amniotic fluid instead of oil to sort of as the main crux of their economy.
I saw somewhere, maybe on Facebook, that there was an audition for a movie, but I brought my daughter because the aspiring theater major, and she'd been in a couple of things, and so I just went with her. And then when I got there and you guys were like, "Oh, we need somebody like in your age group," and it was cool because I didn't have to read anything. You were just like, "Oh, you and your daughter, just go ahead and have an argument." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well that's, that only happens 3 times a day." So that was pretty cool.
You said you were going to keep this place spotless for Parents Week. It's not spotless. It smells like shit. You two, you clowns, this is what's going to keep you from being RAs next year.
I think you got me involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wrangled me in, and this was freshman year, and you were living across the hall from me in the dorm, and you said, "Hey, do you want to be in a movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, totally. I'm so down to be in a movie. What movie?" And I can't remember, did you have a script at that point? Or did we wait until I had actually met Matt?
Man, I don't remember. 2 years was such a long time ago.
I just remember, I don't think I even had a script in my hand, and I was just like, yes, let's do this. And then I got the script, and I was so happy I said yes. Because it had so many just crazy things going for it.
Yeah.
If you were to hypothetically mold the entire school into one human being, Roman would probably be a genital wart?
It was my freshman year, and I had just gotten back from a film audition for some little short films, and I was trying to walk upstairs, and all of a sudden I see this guy come out in the hallway, and he goes, hey buddy. He like looks at Cameron, and he's like, hey, does she look like a Katie? And I just kind of like looked at him, and I'm like, my name's Kimber, but it's not Katie. Why? And they're like, no, we're filming a film. Do you want to be in a movie? And I looked at him, and I was like, yeah, actually, I just got back from a film audition. Trying to be all cool, like, hey, this is what I do, I'm in school for this. And they were like, okay, great. And so they emailed me the script, and that night we started filming.
Actually, you can't be in the shot until you sign a release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the best filming experience on Roman, it had to be, I think, when we were doing a scene after Roman finds the pot. Hang on. Go for Cameron. Yeah. Sure thing, Kevin. All right. See you there. That was Costner. What was the question? One of the first experiences I had that kind of told me, hey, this not only can it work, but it's gonna work, is we were shooting some random talking heads of Roman, just spouting off his typical nonsense, and
it was the last day of the fall semester, so everybody was gone for Christmas break. The building was completely empty. It was probably like 10 or 10:30 at night, and we were just wrapping up these talking heads, and we were packing up. I mean, we were done, and I looked outside, and I was like, oh my God, it's snowing. And Matt, thinking on his toes as always, comes up with a brilliant walk-in talk right there about his dad. And we got back, and we're starting to pack up, and Steven brought it up on camera, and him and Cameron and I are sitting around the little monitor looking at it, and it was just beautiful. And you could barely hear it, but you could hear Matt's performance and talking about his father, and we were jumping for joy at that moment. I mean, that was the moment that I knew we had a movie.
It's not just some goofy, silly, random movie that students are making. We actually have something here with some creative and emotional depth, and that's kind of where it hit me that we were doing something awesome.
So the scene where you guys have the police officer arresting one of the RAs, and it was during the summer, and so I certainly would have thought, there's not going to be a whole lot of people around, and there may be a few people walking by. Well, you guys didn't know this, but they were doing summer orientation that day. That was one of the days, and so there were, if you remember, these parents were walking by, and you're getting all these stares from people because there's this cop arresting this kid.
And I remember there were parents coming up to us because it was Bearfax Day that day.
Yeah,
that I was actually getting arrested.
And that was their first impression of the campus.
And their first impression was, this scrawny little, spectacled wearing guy being like bent over the police car.
I still laugh when I talk to, I know the person who's in charge of that program, and she didn't give me crap, but she was just like, what the heck are you guys doing? That was pretty neat. Because then I remember too, you guys were like, decided to start asking kids walking by, hey, you want to be in a movie? And they're like, no, not with the cop.
The rap scene, of course, that was incredibly fun, and seeing just the people's dumbfounded faces as to our god-awful performance. We were like out of time with the song. We were wearing like just stereotypical hip-hop getup, and it worked just so well.
Church, break it down now.
The shit scene. The shit scene.
It was disgusting.
Yes.
It didn't even smell bad because it was fake, but it just looked nasty. It was so real.
Wait, guys. I think somebody just got really drunk, crapped and puked, and then left.
He might be right.
Yeah.
The simplest explanation, as Occam's razor says, is the
Always count your chickens.
something like that.
Yeah.
Roman, your feet.
Oh, jeez. I just got these. Oh, they're for Harry Ellis.
But there was actually one moment when we were filming the cafeteria scene. I think that was the first time that I had actually met everybody that was working on the film. And they were like, okay, you're really short, so we need you to sit on this booster seat. And I just kind of like looked at him and I was like, oh, yeah, I am short, but okay.
So he said to the pawnbroker, how much for the dead how much for the dead Sheltie?
You're insane.
I make myself laugh.
Well, for me, one of the most interesting scenes to shoot was the carnival. We didn't really have a huge, giant plan. We knew it was going to be difficult with the, carnival music and the amount of people and noise there. We knew we weren't going to be able to get great audio or anything like that. So what made it interesting was
Great
that car
audio.
passing by.
I don't know what we were thinking, but there was like 2,000 or 3,000 people around there, and that was fine, but it caused its own little chaotic things. Everything was moving fast. We were paying our own money to get on these rides, and I guess we didn't think about the music that would be playing, or we knew there would be music that was playing, but I guess we just thought it would be like some generic 80s guitar, and there was 80s guitar, but it was Billy Idol's guitar, and I don't think that he would want to be in this movie.
Here I go, hopped up in the night. Summer heat catches by surprise. I can see the ending in the distance. This is the scene I create.
So we approached it different ways. I mean, one of the things was just to overlay it with some other music and then use subtitles, but the acting was so visual and whatnot, you could clearly tell what was going on without saying the words, and so we just cut it up into a montage, and it really came out to be one of the stronger scenes in the film.
To me, one of the great things about watching people put something together is when you see how much fun they're having. And watching the movie is really a joy. I mean, yeah, I know a lot that went behind the scenes and knowing the people in the movie, but when you go from the beginning in, you go, these people just look like they're just really just enjoying doing this.
Honestly, just the atmosphere, everybody
Yeah, like
joking
the witty
around.
banter.
Yeah.
It was just, it was never a dull day on set.
No.
It was, I mean, it was never like, oh, I don't want to screw something up.
Yeah.
I'm just, I never had like shaky hands. It was just,
I was never worried about like serious moments. And,
yeah, it was a really comfortable environment.
Because we were all just joking around.
One of the things I love about the film is that it does have heart, and the reason is, and it sounds cliche of course, but we had heart when we made it. We really cared about it, and we still do, and I think we always will. And that's something that I'll never forget, and I'm eternally grateful for to be a part of it.
We filmed on and off for like, it was over a year, I think. They were like my glasses subscription, I had to hold off getting a new one because, it's the glasses that Clement wears, and I can't change them because all of a sudden, bam, he's got new glasses.
Normally, if you look at credits in a movie, there's like 900,000 people involved just in the art department, and then on ours, you got 4 people doing everything. So what can you say about a movie like this and everybody who helped make it what it is? We're all indebted to what they did to make this happen, to make this film birthed. So it was definitely a group effort, and we are appreciative of everyone's time and effort and energy to get Roman where it is. What started out as a fun kind of okay project of just a couple of guys getting together to make something has turned into an actual really good film. So that's all I have to say. Roman, 62, take 3.
Do you have any suggestions?
Alright, here we go. Excuse you, Dewey. Okay, I don't know what happened. The file I downloaded, the site corrupted it or so. I thought we were getting
Yeah, it was Daddy Girl Scout.
Daddy Girl Scout starring Tim Allen and Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Play it like that again.
Okay.
All right, we rolling?
We're ready.
Okay. I'm bullshitting the whole. Kind of feel like King Solomon. It's a test word. Holding a baby and a sword. You're having fun. I get it. You're sort of towing the line, but oh God, you're making me laugh. Okay, keep going.
I was trying to hold it in. I don't know.
I got it. All right. That's how I feel. Like I'm cutting a baby right now. Oh shit. All right. Cut. Damn it. That was good. A bit ridiculous. And cut. Damn it.
Take what?
17.
C9, take 17.
Chest plate. Okay. Through her chest plate.
What
Like here?
like in
Yeah,
Pulp
right
Fiction?
there. Right
Pulp
there.
Fiction.
Like an orange. You insert the needle at the inner thigh, the crest of the buttock. Oh my God, dang, come on. Here we go. Insert at the crest of the buttocks. Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't say it.
Or RA. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, the role of the RA is not a very complicated thing. Now, if you break down the word into its, sorry about that.
One more time.
Scene 39, take
3.
I was looking at you for a number 4.
I'm John.
Hang on one second.
Maybe not.
I'm happy to report that as of yesterday, all of the issues between Scott and Sharman have been resolved.
Quit crying like a fag, you know, and then you send them on their way. Okay. One more for. That was pretty funny. Cut. Jack D. Ripper from the movie Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Is that what it's called? I up because is that what it's called? I'm just gonna say Dr. Strangelove. Some nerd's gonna be like, that's not the full title. Okay. The 2 philosophies from some of the greatest modern thinkers of all time. Jack D. Ripper from Dr. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna look at your earphone. I'm gonna look at you. Got your hand up here. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Are we still rolling here?
Okay. That was hard. From the movie Dr. Strangelove. Ah, God dang it. Okay, I can't. Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, I got it. It's so funny. You're right. Everything does kind of look the same. Let's go back.
All things considered, no, it does not.
This is a school, not Woodstock.
Look at his shirt.
What about
Fuck you, Roman.
All right.
that can get someone expelled?
Yes, that's the new policy.
That seems a little harsh, doesn't it?
All things considered, no, it does not.
This is a school, not Woodstock.
Sorry.
From the top. Oh, what is that?
I don't know, but it's nice.
All right, cut.
Are you worried about?
Sorry. Plenty of fish. You quit crying like a fag, and you send them on their way. Okay.
I wanted to talk to you.
Shoot.
The RA position for next year.
Shoot again.
I just want you to know I'm pulling for you.
Good.
I might not know whether she spells her name with a Y or an IE, but I love this bitch.
How long have you
God dang it! You said, it's Immanuel Kant. Kant with an A. And I said, well, how have I been saying it? And he said, with a U. And I said, well, that's your problem, buddy. One more time. So the professor said to me, it's Immanuel Kant. Kant, with an A. And I said, well, how have I been saying it? He said, with a U.
Come on, download, the nerd torrent sites. Let's learn our lines, Matt. Freedom, expression. He does go at length about the uniqueness of the male genitalia, but don't look at that. Look at the other stuff. It's good. So, I rest my case.
Do you know that page number?
If you'd only been this enthusiastic about calculus.
Uh-huh.
Art doesn't cause blue balls.
Really? What are blue balls?
Sound good? Car?
So whatever the
Radio.
music is.
He's having a baby.
Should somebody go tell them?
He'll tire himself out. He's waiting for it to... Did they call action? Ah! It's none of it's usable unless we want it for ambience.
I can vouch for him. I was with him all day.
What the hell happened?
Everything is under control. We managed to sweep up most of it. What in the name of God is that
I know.
noise?
Is that an ice machine?
Yeah. Anyone about the stuff he does? Roman? Well, bless my grits. Clement Templeton San Pedro. Are you laughing, you Cut.
My major? Mesoamerican ceramics.
My advice is take the RA job and diversify your stock market portfolio, not based on international securities, thinking that you've got a free IRA tax thing, okay?
Okay.
Get the RA position and never diversify your portfolio, especially if you're basing it on the securities across the international.
Almost had it.
My advice is get the RA position, and if you decide to diversify your portfolio, you better not be doing it based on the securities of the international market, especially if you think you've got an interest-free tax IRA. My advice is take the RA job, and based on the interest-free securities in this. My advice is take the RA job, and if somebody calls and says they've got swampland in Arizona, don't buy it.
Okay.
Now, son.